In the heart of East Africa, the earth itself begins to tremble. It is the sound of 1,000,000 lives in motion, a living tempest of dust and hooves that reshapes the Serengeti landscape. This is the Great Migration, one of the most epic nature spectacles on our planet. More than 1,000,000 wildebeest, accompanied by zebra and gazelle, are driven by an ancient and non-negotiable command. They must move, or they will perish. The driving force is not a choice, but a primal necessity. They are chasing life itself, following the promise of seasonal rains that awaken fresh, green grass from the sun-scorched earth. This relentless cycle dictates their 1,000-mile wildlife journey, a pilgrimage etched into the very soul of this land. But to follow the rain is to walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Every step of this animal migration is watched by hungry eyes. The vast herds, a picture of collective strength, are also a walking feast for Africa's most formidable predators. Lion prides, masters of the ambush, track the migration's every move. They are calculating hunters, their golden eyes scanning for a single moment of weakness, a lost calf, an aging bull, or a moment of hesitation. A hunt is a sudden, brutal explosion of power, a life extinguished in seconds. For the herd, there is no pause. The survivors must press on, their survival instinct overpowering any grief. Hyena clans patrol the edges, their unsettling calls a constant reminder that the night offers no safety. The gauntlet of predators is relentless, turning the vast, open plains into a permanent war zone. Yet, all the dangers of the land pale in comparison to the ultimate obstacle, a formidable barrier of swirling, muddy water, the Mara River. Here, the unstoppable force of the migration meets an immovable object of fear. The herds mass at the steep banks, a sea of hesitation and anxiety. The air thickens with dust and the low bellows of uncertainty. They can smell the water, but they can also sense the ancient predators that wait beneath its surface. The river is the migration's final exam, and its proctors are Nile crocodiles, some of the largest and oldest reptiles in the world. They have been waiting all year for this moment. They lie submerged, like living logs, conserving their energy for the coming feast. The tension on the riverbank can build for days, 1,000,000 minds locked in a stalemate between instinct and terror. Then it happens. A single wildebeest, pushed by the immense pressure from behind, or by a moment of sheer desperation, takes the plunge. This one act of surrender shatters the paralysis. The herd explodes into motion, a chaotic cascade of bodies pouring into the treacherous currents. The crossing is an unmitigated spectacle of survival. The powerful river pulls at them, sweeping the weak and the unlucky downstream. Panic ignites a frenzy of kicking hooves and desperate swimming, and it is in this chaos that the crocodiles attack. They erupt from the depths with terrifying speed, their immense jaws closing with bone-shattering force. The struggle is brief and violent, a life pulled under to fuel the river's ancient guardians. For those who make it, the far bank is a symbol of victory. They scramble ashore, exhausted and traumatized, but alive. They have reached the promised lands, the green pastures that will sustain them for a time. But this journey is about more than just the survival of the fittest. It is the very heartbeat of the Serengeti. Every wildebeest that falls, whether to a lion's claw or a crocodile's jaw, is a vital part of a larger story. Their sacrifice sustains the predators. Their bodies, broken down by scavengers and the elements, return essential nutrients to the soil, ensuring the grass will grow green again. This is the great and profound paradox of this epic journey. Death here is not an end. It is a transfer of energy. It is the foundation of the circle of life, a brutal yet beautiful pact that binds every living creature in this ecosystem together. The Great Migration is not simply a journey from one place to another. It is the tireless engine of life itself. To continue exploring the marvels of the natural world, subscribe to Animal Insight 360 and join us on the next journey.